Hey, paranormal hunters, get ready to confront your fears because we're about to embark on a journey into the unknown. All right, let's kick things off in Savannah, Georgia, a city steeped in history and haunted as hell. The Old Chatham County Jail, this place is more than just a pile of bricks and bars. It's a vault of raw energy, a beacon for lost souls who spent their last days within these walls. You can practically feel the weight of their despair, the echoes of their torment lingering in the air. We are talking about a time when punishments were brutal and death was a constant companion. The spirits here, they're not just passing through, they're trapped, forever bound to the scene of their suffering. Now, I've heard stories about this place, whispers of a notorious inmate named Wild Bill Thompson, a bank robber, they say, with a laugh that could chill you to the bone. Some say he never truly left, that his spirit still haunts this place, seeking what? Revenge? Redemption? We're going to find out. We're going to set up our gear, lay down some EVPs and see if we can't get Wild Bill to spill the spectral tea.
Hey, you think you can get old Wild Bill to talk? Well, let's see if you've got what it takes. Maybe I'll share a tale or two, if you're lucky.
Next stop on our haunted road trip, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now, this place is known for its charm, its history, and its ghostly train conductors. That's right, we're talking about the Chattanooga Choo Choo Hotel, a place where the spirits of a bygone era still punch the clock. Imagine this. You're lying in bed trying to get some shut-eye when suddenly you hear the distant wail of a train whistle. But there's no train in sight. That, my friends, is the sound of the Chattanooga Choo Choo's resident ghosts still clinging to their former lives. They say the energy here is off the charts, especially around the old train platform. People have reported seeing shadowy figures in conductor hats, their lanterns casting an eerie glow in the dead of night. It's like they're waiting for passengers who will never arrive, trapped in a perpetual loop of spectral arrivals and departures.
All aboard the ghost train. Are you ready to hear the tales of the tracks? Listen closely, and you might just catch a whisper from the past.
We're in Colorado Springs, but this ain't no relaxing spa weekend. This is old Colorado City, and the energy here is as heavy as a miner's pickaxe. They say the gold rush never really ended for some of the souls here. Imagine spending your life chasing fortune, only to be trapped here in the afterlife, still searching. Their desperation, their unfulfilled desires, it lingers like gunpowder in the air. You can practically hear the saloons buzzing, the card games, and the fights. It's like stepping right into the Wild West. But instead of cowboys and outlaws, we're dealing with something far more unpredictable. Restless spirits. We've got our work cut out for us here. This town ain't just steeped in history, it's practically drowning in it. And where there's history, tragedy, and unfinished business, you can bet your boots there's going to be paranormal activity. So, keep your eyes peeled, your senses on high alert, and whatever you do, don't wander off alone, because in old Colorado City, the past ain't dead and buried, it's alive and well, and it might just be looking for a piece of you. From a dusty ghost town, we find ourselves at the doorstep of opulence, the Elms Mansion. This place is dripping in history, in wealth, in the kind of stories that make your jaw drop. But beneath the glittering chandeliers and the polished marble, there's a darkness that lingers. The spirits here are as much a part of the decor as the antique furniture. Imagine living in a time of such extravagant parties, of waltzing under the moonlight, of champagne flowing like water. Now imagine being ripped from that life, your story cut tragically short. That's the kind of energy we're dealing with here, powerful, unresolved, and desperate to be heard. The stories we've uncovered about this place, they'll chill you to the bone. Servants, whispering of ghostly figures in the dead of night. Phantom music drifting from the ballroom, cold spots that feel like stepping into a freezer. This place is a feast for the senses, even for those who can't physically experience it. And tonight, we're guests at this spectral soiree, ready to face whatever goes bump in the night.
The parties were grand, the laughter endless, but my life was cut short. Now I wander these halls, seeking what was lost.
We've traded the chilly grandeur of the Elms for the sunny shores of Florida. But don't let the palm trees fool you. The Riddle house in West Palm Beach is anything but a tropical paradise. This place is a hotbed of paranormal activity, and the resident ghost Joseph ain't shy about making his presence known. See, Joseph was a bit of a prankster in life, and death hasn't slowed him down one bit. He's known for moving objects, playing tricks on visitors, and generally causing a ruckus. Some might find it unnerving, but I got to admit there's a certain charm to a ghost with a sense of humour. But don't mistake his playful nature for harmlessness. There's a darkness to Joseph's story, a tragedy that binds him to this house. They say he died here under mysterious circumstances, and some believe he's seeking revenge. We're about to step into Joseph's domain and hear the stories of those who have encountered him. Many have reported seeing objects move on their own, hearing unexplained noises and feeling sudden cold spots. Some have even claimed to see Joseph himself, a shadowy figure lurking in the corners.
Welcome to my home. Ready for a little fun? But beware, my games aren't always what they seem. Time moves differently here in Joseph's domain. The air is thick with stories untold and secrets waiting to be uncovered. As visitors explore, the anticipation builds. Each creak of the floorboards, each flicker of the lights could be a sign of Joseph's presence. They gather around, sharing their stories. The house is a maze of rooms, each with its own history, its own energy. The attic, they say, is where Joseph is most active. It's a place of shadows and whispers, where the past feels just a breath away. Some have used spirit boxes, hoping to catch a glimpse of Joseph's voice. The static crackles, and then, faintly, a voice emerges. Is it Joseph, reaching out from the beyond? A sudden noise startles them. A door creaks open on its own. They hold their breath, waiting, watching. Thermal cameras have picked up cold spots, areas where the temperature drops suddenly. It's as if Joseph is moving through the room, leaving a trail of icy air in his wake. A cold breeze brushes past them, sending shivers down their spines. It's a reminder that they're not alone here. In a dusty corner, they find an old diary. The pages are yellowed with age, filled with handwritten notes. Could this be a clue to Joseph's past? They read through the diary, piecing together the story of a man who lived and died in this house. The entries speak of love, loss, and a tragedy that might explain Joseph's restless spirit. They feel a presence, a sense that they're being watched. It's both thrilling and unnerving, knowing that Joseph is here with them. As the night draws to a close, they reflect on their experiences. They've gathered stories, but the mystery of Joseph's story remains. There's still so much they don't know, so much left to uncover. The Riddle house stands silent, bathed in moonlight. Shadows move across the walls, as if Joseph is bidding them farewell. But they know they'll be back, drawn by the allure of the unknown, the promise of uncovering the truth behind the mischief that makes this house a home. Welcome to my home. Ready for a little fun? But beware, my games aren't always what they seem.
All right, we're rolling up on the old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee. This place is a freaking monster, a massive abandoned hospital with a dark past that just oozes negative energy. You can feel it in the air, heavy and oppressive. It's like stepping back in time into a world of pain and suffering. This place has seen it all, sickness, death, and everything in between. The spirits here are restless, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. They're drawn to the residual energy of the hospital, unable to escape the torment they experienced in life. Paranormal investigators have got EVPs that'll make your blood run cold, voices whispering from empty rooms, shadows moving in the darkness. People have reported seeing apparitions of doctors and nurses still trying to tend to their patients, even in death. And the patients themselves, they're here too, their moans and cries echoing through the empty corridors. This place is a hotbed of paranormal activity, and we're about to walk right into the heart of it. We're in Deadwood, South Dakota, home of Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane. But it's also home to the Bullock Hotel, a place where the spirit of the Wild West is alive and well. We're talking about a town built on gambling, gold and gunfights, and the Bullock Hotel was right in the thick of it. This place is crawling with history, and where there's history, there's bound to be a few lingering spirits. And the most famous of them all is Seth Bullock himself, the legendary lawman and businessman who built this place. People say he never truly left. Guests and staff have reported seeing a tall, imposing figure in a Stetson hat roaming the halls, especially around room 211, which was Bullock's personal office. Doors slam shut on their own, lights flicker, and whispers seem to emanate from the walls. Could it be Seth, keeping a watchful eye on his beloved hotel? We're in Austin, Texas, at the Driskill Hotel. Now this place is dripping with elegance and luxury, but beneath its glamorous facade lies a history steeped in tragedy and the supernatural. We're talking about a place where love stories turn tragic and restless spirits still roam the halls. One of the most well-known stories is that of the Weeping Bride. They say she was a young socialite who took her own life after being jilted at the altar. Her heartbroken spirit is said to haunt the grand staircase, weeping for her lost love. Guests have reported seeing a woman in a white gown, her face veiled, slowly descending the staircase, her sobs echoing through the halls. Some have even claimed to feel a cold hand brush against theirs as they ascend the steps. All right, folks, buckle up because we're heading to the Colorado Rockies, to a place that'll chill you to the bone. Nestled deep within these majestic mountains lies a destination that has captured the imaginations of horror enthusiasts and thrill-seekers alike. The Overlook Hotel, made famous by Stephen King's The Shining, isn't just a figment of a writer's imagination, it's a real place. This historic hotel, with its grand architecture and eerie ambience, has a story that goes beyond the pages of a novel. And let me tell you, the stories that have come out of there are enough to make your blood run cold. From ghostly apparitions to unexplained phenomena, the Overlook has a reputation that precedes it. This grand old hotel, perched high in the mountains, has seen it all: love, loss, and a whole lot of paranormal activity. Its walls have witnessed countless events, both joyous and tragic, and some say the energy of these moments lingers on. Guests have reported everything from flickering lights and eerie shadows to full-on apparitions. Imagine walking down a dimly lit corridor, only to see a shadow move out of the corner of your eye, or feeling a sudden chill as if someone unseen just passed by. Some say the spirits of those who perished within its walls still roam the halls, looking for answers, looking for peace. These restless souls are said to be trapped, unable to move on, and their presence is felt by those who dare to stay. Now, I've been to my fair share of haunted hotels, each with its own unique story and atmosphere, but there's something uniquely unsettling about the Overlook. Maybe it's the isolation, the way it stands alone amidst the vast wilderness, far from the safety and comfort of civilization. The way the wind howls through the trees outside, creating an almost otherworldly symphony that echoes through the night. Or the sheer size of the place with its endless corridors and empty rooms. Each hallway seems to stretch on forever, leading to more mysteries and more shadows. Whatever it is, it gets under your skin. It's a feeling that starts as a slight unease and grows into a full-blown sense of dread. It's like stepping into the pages of a horror novel, where every creak of the floorboards and every whisper of the wind could be a sign of something sinister lurking just out of sight. Only this time, the terror is real. The Overlook isn't just a setting for a story, it's a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. The energy here is palpable, a thick, heavy presence that seems to watch your every move. It's as if the very walls are alive, holding on to the memories and emotions of all who have passed through, a thick, heavy presence that seems to watch your every move. You can't shake the feeling that you're never truly alone, that unseen eyes are always upon you. And trust me, when you feel like you're being watched, you're probably right. The Overlook Hotel is a place where the past and present collide, where the living and the dead coexist in a delicate, eerie balance. So if you ever find yourself in the Colorado Rockies and you're feeling brave, why not pay a visit to the Overlook? Just remember to keep your eyes open and your wits about you. You never know what or who you might encounter. We're heading down south now to the heart of New Orleans, a city steeped in history, mystery, and more than its fair share of paranormal activity. New Orleans is a place where the past and present intertwine, where the echoes of bygone eras can still be heard in the cobblestone streets and the jazz music that fills the air. It's a city that has seen its fair share of triumphs and tragedies, and it's a place where the supernatural feels almost natural. And there's one place in particular that stands as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind even the most beautiful facades. the LaLaurie Mansion. This mansion, located in the French Quarter, is not just another historical building, it is a symbol of the hidden horrors that can exist behind closed doors. This elegant building, with its wrought iron balconies and grand entrance, hides a sinister past. The architecture is stunning, a perfect example of the grandeur of the time, but it's what happened inside that has left an indelible mark on history. It was once home to Madame Delphine LaLaurie, a wealthy socialite who, behind closed doors, was a monster. Madame LaLaurie was known for her beauty and charm, often hosting lavish parties that were the talk of the town, but beneath that charming exterior lay a heart of darkness. Her cruelty towards her slaves was the stuff of nightmares, and the stories of her brutal treatment of them have been passed down through generations. She was said to have inflicted unimaginable pain and suffering on those who were unfortunate enough to be under her control. And the stories of their suffering still echo through the halls of the mansion. The walls seem to whisper the tales of agony and despair, as if the very structure of the building has absorbed the pain of its past inhabitants. Now, some people say that the spirits of those tortured souls still haunt the mansion, seeking justice, seeking peace. These restless spirits are said to wander the halls, their presence felt by those who dare to enter. And believe me, when you step inside this place, you can feel the weight of their suffering. It's as if the air itself is heavy with the sorrow and pain that once filled these rooms. You can feel the weight of their suffering. The atmosphere is thick with a sense of dread, a palpable feeling of unease that seems to cling to you. The air is thick with it, a suffocating presence that sends shivers down your spine. It's a feeling that is hard to shake even after you've left the mansion. A suffocating presence that sends shivers down your spine. The shadows seem to move on their own, and every creak of the floorboards makes your heart race. It's not just the stories, though. The mansion has a way of making you believe in the supernatural, even if you're a skeptic. There have been countless reports of unexplained phenomena within the mansion. Disembodied voices, cold spots, and other eerie occurrences that defy explanation. Objects moving on their own. It's as if the mansion itself is alive, reacting to the presence of visitors. It's like the very walls are crying out, desperate to tell the world what happened within their confines. The mansion seems to be a living testament to the horrors that took place within its walls, desperate to tell the world what happened within their confines. The energy within the mansion is almost tangible, a constant reminder of its dark history. One of the most disturbing areas of the mansion is the attic. This is where the most horrific acts are said to have taken place, and it's a place that many visitors find particularly unsettling. It's said to be where Madame LaLaurie carried out her most horrific acts. The attic is a place of nightmares, a space that seems to hold the darkest secrets of the mansion. People have reported hearing blood-curdling screams coming from the attic, even when the mansion is completely empty. These screams are said to be the cries of the tortured souls who met their end in this horrific place. Even when the mansion is completely empty, the silence of the attic is often broken by these terrifying sounds, adding to the sense of dread that permeates the space. And then there are the smells. The mansion is said to have a distinct odor, one that is both sickening and unforgettable. Visitors have described a sickening sweet scent like rotting flesh that seems to permeate the air. This smell is a constant reminder of the horrors that took place within the mansion. That seems to permeate the air. It's a smell that lingers, clinging to your clothes and your memory long after you've left the mansion. It's a smell that clings to you, a constant reminder of the horrors that unfolded within those walls. The scent is almost like a ghost itself, haunting those who experience it, a constant reminder of the horrors that unfolded within those walls. The very air seems to be saturated with the memories of the past, making it impossible to forget what happened here. Some say that Madame LaLaurie herself still haunts the mansion, her spirit unable to escape the consequences of her actions. Her presence is said to be felt throughout the mansion, a constant reminder of her cruelty, her spirit unable to escape the consequences of her actions. People have reported seeing a shadowy figure resembling her, gliding through the halls, her eyes burning with an eerie light. People have reported seeing a shadowy figure resembling her, gliding through the halls, her eyes burning with an eerie light. This figure is said to be a manifestation of her restless spirit, unable to find peace. Her eyes burning with an eerie light. The sight of this ghostly figure is enough to send chills down the spine of even the most skeptical visitor. The LaLaurie Mansion is a chilling example of how evil can leave an indelible mark on a place. It's a stark reminder that the past is never truly gone and that some sins can never be forgiven. It's a stark reminder that the past is never truly gone and that some sins can never be forgiven. The mansion stands as a testament to the horrors of the past, a place where history and horror collide, and that some sins can never be forgiven. The LaLaurie Mansion is a place where the past is always present, a constant reminder of the darkness that can exist within the human soul. It's a place where history and horror collide, leaving visitors with a sense of unease that lingers long after they've left the mansion's imposing doors. The LaLaurie Mansion is not just a haunted house, it's a place where the past refuses to be forgotten, leaving visitors with a sense of unease that lingers long after they've left the mansion's imposing doors. It's a place that stays with you, haunting your thoughts and dreams, a constant reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind even the most beautiful facades. Well, folks, there you have it, a glimpse into some of the most haunted hotspots across America. From abandoned jails to grand hotels, these places stand as chilling reminders that the past is never truly gone. And sometimes the spirits of those who came before us linger on, their stories etched into the very fabric of these locations. So the next time you're feeling brave, maybe even a little adventurous, consider paying one of these haunted hotspots a visit. Just remember, you never know who or what you might encounter. Keep your eyes open, your senses sharp, and most importantly, be respectful. Don't forget to like this video. If you dared to watch till the end, subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling content and share this video with your friends, if you think they can handle it. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, sometimes the truth is scarier than fiction.